You may have heard that the Walt Disney Company is not proud of Splash Mountain and its inspiration from Song of the South. We're here to tell you that Splash Mountain seems to be living on in Disney Parks merchandise. Let's talk about that on That Park Place. Heidi-ho there. I am Jonas J. Campbell. I'm an investigative reporter for That Park Place, and with me, as always, is the compendium of all theme park knowledge, Vash Sky. Vash, how you doing today?
Hey, I thank you so much for having me on, Jonas. I don't know if I'm the compendium. I mean, it's pretty, that's pretty high up there, but I do know a thing or two about the theme parks. That's for sure.
I may not know what a compendium is. I'm going to go look up the definition here. But in the meantime, in the short period here, first of all, guys, hit the like button if you like these kind of things. We have a story today that we are going to talk about out of Walt Disney World News Today. They do a great job of covering all of the merchandise at Disney theme parks. We got a couple of things that, they noticed, we noticed, and I absolutely love it. Walt Disney World Youth Parks Tee for $21.99 here. Just taking a look at this fella. We got a lot of great Disney memorabilia and icons here. A couple of weenies, that being Cinderella Castle here. Looks like the Tree of Life there from Animal Kingdom, Spaceship Earth, the Jungle Cruise, the Carousel, not the Matterhorn, sorry. This would be Expedition Everest, the much plussed overhaul of the idea of the Matterhorn over there in Walt Disney World. And then looking over here, there's that Mark Twain riverboat there. And what's this right here? Is that Tiana's Bayou Adventure?
I don't think that's Tiana's Bayou Adventure because, well, there's a distinctive Chickapin Hill on top of that structure right there. That kind of looks like Splash Mountain.
It does look like Splash Mountain, and let's be very specific with our guests here on why this is not Tiana's Bayou Adventure. This Chickapin Hill right here, this is a tree sticking out of the top, which is very specific to the Splash Mountain design, as opposed to the Tiana's Bayou Adventure design, which is a salt dome, which is covered in, it looks like algae and green moss of some kind.
It almost resembles a Rainforest Cafe, almost. Could you say that, Jonas?
Yeah, I think so. And of course, instead of making the top of the ride, which they're trying to make the ride in the Splash Mountain design, it is made to make it look as tall as possible and as foreboding, but still slightly whimsical as possible by having this tree up here at the top to make it look even taller. If we're trying to put this to scale, this is 52 feet right here. This little area right there, which would mean that this thing is hundreds of feet tall. That Maleficent right there.
Yeah, well, I wish our Maleficent was that tall.
Yeah, only to be defeated by the hundreds of feet tall orange bird that can defend the people that have chosen to view Fantasmic.
Our dragon is 0 feet tall, so that's.
That's a very good point. I forgot Murphy, the dragon over there at Disneyland.
I got PTSD, Jonas.
Yeah. This is hilarious to me, of course, that somebody is not talking to someone else over there at the parks. It's been since 2020 that Disney has had an official stance against Splash Mountain before they destroyed their most popular attraction in the world. Sorry, not just their most popular attraction, but the most popular attraction, according to surveys, in the entire world.
And the company has gone to great lengths to remove any reference to it, seemingly. We covered on this show, actually. A lot of people remember the Laughing Place Ranch that is unfortunately no longer there as part of the casino project out there in near Palm Springs and Southern California.
I'm sorry, I have to correct you. Did you just say casino?
I'm
Cochino,
sorry,
Cochino.
Cochino. Yep. So,
yeah, if they decide to get into gambling, well, Disney is getting into gambling, but at least not at their retirement age communities.
We've seen the company kind of pull back on a lot of this stuff. Even like the penny press machines. Mm-hmm. They infamously went all deactivated after the respective parks got rid of their own versions of Splash Mountain, which is really, really sad. And all the merch related to it has been sold out for years at this point, right?
Yes, and of course they've taken down the wood carvings and they've replaced the wood. They took down the uniquely crafted, handcrafted. I say handcrafted. They probably use tools to make them carvings, bre'r Rabbit and the other bre'r characters, and replace them with stuff that's like literally off the shelf that you can get for 50 to 70 bucks from some retail chain that happens to sell generic wood carvings. They don't fit in the space either. They were custom made for the space, and now they've just in the middle of some awkward spaces. They've got a little rectangular picture frame that obviously does not fit the space that it's sitting in now.
It's really, really sad to see just the extent at which they're going to remove this. Even in Tokyo, right? They've removed some of their rights as to keep those characters from being incorporated into parades and so forth. It's all kinds of stuff, and to seemingly let this one slip right here is a little surprising.
Yes, I would agree with that. And of course, they also removed the bre'r Rabbit weather vane that was on top of the gift shop. I hope nobody hurt themselves or put themselves in danger to try to remove that before it was absolutely necessary to remove it. It could have been the thing that you left in order to reference the previous property, but nope, had to get rid of that. Now, there were some other observations that you had made. There were a couple of items of worry here. Looking at this Fantasyland t-shirt, you had said something originally that I thought might not have been the case, but Vash, what was your observation?
My observation was that was a pretty pink castle right there. And looking at it, I mean, in the preview window when we actually do these recordings, folks, my view is a little bit smaller than what you can see at home. But initially, it looked like, whoa, was that Sleeping Beauty Castle from Disneyland Paris? Because it was so pink, and I was like, whoa. No, this is Cinderella Castle, and why that's significant is, well, for the 50th anniversary, they did this kind of, what is it, kind of rose gold kind of look for the castle, right? As part of its celebration. And a lot of people have been speculating as to whether or not they're going to go in there and repaint it back to its original color scheme that it's held ever since after the 25th anniversary, which, birthday cake castle and all that. So it looks like, though, if it's being represented here on merch, that definitely says something. And I agreed with you at the time, Jonas. I thought, okay, well, you see the Fantasyland right there is kind of the same pink color, and you have some other pink iconography there. So maybe, it's just part of the print, but we see it represented in this color on multiple items here.
Right. Let's move down to those just so no one has any question here. This is something that they've used multiple colors on, and also has that castle gray in it, that gray color that we're more used to seeing Cinderella Castle in. Obviously gray on the bottom and pink at the top. I think that pink and its shades of pink are not present anywhere else in the frame. So it looks like they're doing this on purpose here. And I think you might be right. For one reason or another, they've decided to incorporate this into merchandise, which means they're doing it on purpose. Well, I like to think that they're doing it on purpose. Oh, look, on the other side, it's Twilight Zone Tower of Terror.
And Spaceship Earth and Tree of Life, it looks like.
And then here is an ornament. Interesting that they would add it to an ornament at this time. Maybe this is old merch, but if WWNT is doing this right now, I would think that this is new merchandise.
I would think so too.
Yeah. So, all right. I think that's probably a good place to wrap up this conversation and do our usual reminder to the Walt Disney Company that, yes, you guys still are promoting Splash Mountain, and you should promote Splash Mountain. You should reverse what you're doing with Tiana's Rainforest Cafe Adventure and put back the beloved attraction that was not broken, that does not, in fact, remind people of Song of the South. And guys, you need to chill out. You need to be cool again, and you need to, if you're going to be sticklers, you need to be sticklers for good design, not sticklers for trying to appease the crazies in your company that try to get you to spend billions of dollars to fix the attractions that bring people into your park. My daughter, for instance, rolls her eyes every time I tell them that they are redoing Splash Mountain to quote unquote fix it. Guys, listen to me. You need to stop this madness. When are you going to stop this madness and come home, Disney? Vash, do you have anything you'd like to add?
No, I mean it's really unfortunate to see what's going on there. We just got a video actually from the Disney parks actually that what is it that they were showing off the new weather vane that they're putting up there, done by a blacksmith
Right.
from New Orleans. And it's interesting if you look at the thumbnail of that video, it doesn't even show the item that they're putting up. It just shows the race and gender of the person doing it. So that's kind of the mindset that they're at right now, and that's why we're getting some really kind of brain dead decisions, unfortunately.
Right. And I'm sure it's a very fine weather vane, but instead of just saying, hey, by the way, the backstory on this is acceptable to our narratives, maybe make something that people are interested in. Put the good design there and then have the interesting footnote. Don't make the footnote the reason that you spent all the money. Like the tile murals outside of, I want to say, is it the land where there's only 2 tiles that are different across the 2 different murals? What are they? They're the signatures of the the father and the daughter that worked on the murals. I'm probably butchering that particular fact. It's a fun fact, but you know what's more important? The murals themselves. And that weather vane, guys, got to say, the Brer Rabbit one was more fun. All right. Well, I would love to see what the comments are on this particular video. If people think we're insane for pouring over all of this merchandise here to look for signs of our beloved attraction. Of course, like this video. If you like this video, consider subscribing to That Park Place for all the news that should be fun.
Thanks for watching That Park Place News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.